So we are going to be working on applying a unit rate. So we know a unit is 1, and that will tell us how much 1 cost or how many they did in 1 hour or how far it traveled in 1, whatever it is. So we're always taking it down to that 1, and then we're taking it and we want to apply it. If they continue at that same rate, what will they get after this long? Or how much can they buy for this amount of money? And we're taking that same ratio and applying it to that same problem, just different numbers. So we're going to talk about 2 different strategies that we can use to solve for the unit rate and apply it. We're going to use this problem that says at Kent's, 4 cans of ravioli cost $3.12, and we want to know how much will 9 cans cost. So the 2 strategies we're going to be using is a unit rate strategy and a proportion strategy. So I'm going to show you both of them and then you can decide which one you like. And I don't care which one you use, you just need to be able to come up with the correct answer. And you have to be able to know what are you solving for. You've got to put things in the right spot no matter which strategy you use. So this step number 1 is going to be very important. It's very easy, very important. So we want to circle any numbers and labels that we see. So I'm going to read through at Kent's 4 cans. So I see 4 and I'm asking myself, for what? 4 cans. So I'm circling 4 cans or underlining it or highlighting it. Just, I want to remember it's 4 cans of ravioli cost $3.12. So $3.12 is what is money. So I can circle the label money to go with that one. How much will 9 cans, 9 what? 9 cans cost. So I circled everything I can see and the label. Ooh, sorry. A fly just got zapped and scared me. So we circled the labels to help us know what that number is referring to, what category it should go in. So whichever strategy you're using, I'm expecting to see you go through and break up your information and circle it with the labels. So then you're either going to set up your table or your proportion, depending on which one you want to use. So if I'm doing a table, it might go up and down. If I'm doing a proportion strategy, it will probably go across. A table could also go across as well. So actually I can set them up both the same way. So my labels, these are very important. With, again, labels, we've got to get things in the right spot so we make sure we know the right answer. So we're talking about cans. So I'm going to put C for cans. And we're talking about dollars. So I'm going to put a $sign to represent my money. Now it's not super important what the labels are. You just need to know what they mean. I usually just choose the first letter unless they are the same. So over here, I'm going to get my cans and I'm going to get my money. And then I'm going to ask myself, how many cans? Well, 4 cans cost how much? $3.12. $3.12. And then over here, I'm asking myself that same thing. 4 cans cost $12. So far we've done exactly the same thing to get ready for both kinds of problems. So we want to make sure that every time I'm talking about cans, it's going on the top. And every time I'm talking about the money, it's going to go on that bottom level. And it doesn't matter where you put them as long as everything matches. So we're setting up our table. So in the unit rate strategy, I want to solve for the unit. So I'm asking myself here in this unit rate strategy, how much will 9 cans cost? So I'm looking for a can. I need to find 1 can. So I'm kind of taking this number and replacing it with 1 to find that unit. So I want a can that's going to go on the top. So over here again, right, I want 1 can, or sorry, over here, we're going to skip the unit and we're going to go straight to 9 of them. And it's got to go on the top because it's a can. 4 cans, 9 cans, label of cans, all on the top. 1 can, 4 cans, here's my label, all on the top. So I've set everything up so you can see the difference. The first difference here is this one is a unit rate. This one, I'm skipping straight to the actual problem. I want 9 cans. So let's come and look at our unit rate strategy for a second, and we'll come back to our proportion strategy. So I want to find the unit rate by doing the same thing to both sides. So I'm asking myself, how do I get from 4 to 1? Well, to get from 4 to 1, it's getting smaller. We have to multiply or divide. It got smaller. I had to divide by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I'm going to do the same thing here and do $3.12 divided by 4. Same thing. So this says both sides or the top and the bottom, however you set it up. You could set your table up and down vertically as well. So I need to take $3.12 and divide that by 4 to find out how much 1 can costs. So by setting this up, I can see exactly what I need to divide. I'm looking for this here. I got there by dividing by 4. Same thing, divide by 4. So I need something above the 3, then there's my decimal, something above the 1, and something above the 2. 4 can't go into 3, but it can go into 31 7 times, which is 28. And then we have leftover of 3 and bringing down the 2, and it goes into 32 8 times. So I know that 1 can cost 78 cents. So that's not my answer though. That's 1 can. The question asks how many did 9 cans cost? So the next thing I need to do is I need to apply the unit rate. So now I'm looking for 9 cans. So I started with 4, I took it down to the unit. Now I'm applying it to that problem. So we're going to apply the unit rate by multiplying. So I'm asking myself, here's my unit rate. 1 can is 78 cents. How did I get from 1 to 9? And I know it's 9 in the cans all lined up. So how do I get from 1 to 9? Well, I times by 9. So now I have to do the same thing to get from 78 to the total amount for 9 cans of ravioli. So now I'm going to do 78 cents and I'm going to multiply it. So this time we multiplied by 9, So 9 times 8 is 72. And 9 times 7 is 63. Plus 7 more is 7. So it should be $7.02. So if I put that here, I can see that 9 cans is $7.02. If I do it using the proportion strategy, I should come up with that same answer. So for unit rate, I want to take it to the unit. So I'm still circling all the numbers and labels. I'm still setting up my table. This is what I know. This is what I'm looking for. But instead of 9 cans, I wanted to look for 1 can. Then I went and found 9 cans. So let's go ahead and look at how is that proportion strategy the same? How is it different? So you can see we set it up to start exactly the same. Cans, money, 4 cans, $3.19. But instead of finding that unit rate, I'm skipping straight to the 9 here. And if it was a nice number, I could ask myself, how do I get from 4 to 9? But it's not really a great number. It doesn't go in there evenly. 4 is not a factor of 9, or 9 is not a factor of 4. So that's not going to work. I mean, it will, but it's not very easy. So what I'm going to do is I am going to create myself some new equations by cross multiplying. So cross multiplying means we're going crisscross in both directions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I'm looking for the money. So I'm just going to call it M for money and put a label there, a variable. So I'm going to create a new equation, and I need to do 9 times 312, and then I'm going to do 4 times M. So I'm going to start with 4 times M since it's going to be pretty easy. I don't know what M is, but I know I have 4 of them. So that is just 4M. And it's going to equal $3.12 times 9. So I'm going to do $3.12 times 9 is 18. And 9 plus 1 is 10. And 3 times 9 is 27, plus 1 is 28. And then I'm getting that decimal there. So my new equation is 4M equals 2808. So that's for 4 of the monies. That's for 4 units. So I need to take this and I just want 1M. This is 4 of my answers. So what I want to do is divide to get M all by itself. So it's multiplied, so I'm going to undo it by doing the opposite of to multiply is to divide. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. So that actually cancels itself out. Now I'm just left with 1M, which is what I'm looking for, 1M. And then I can go ahead and here what I do to one side, I have to do to the other to keep it balanced. So I can do 2808 and I can divide it by 4. And that is going to give me my answer for 9 cans. I need something above the 2, the 8, there's my decimal, the 0, and the 8. So it can't go into 2, but it goes into 4 7 times, which is 28. Nothing left over. Bringing down my 0, and it can't go into 0. So I bring down my 8, and it goes into 8 2 times. So I'm saying 9 cans is M equals 702, which is what I had here. So either way, you're going to get the same answer and you're doing the same amount of steps. On this one, we had to divide and then multiply. This one, we multiplied and then divided. Both times, we divided by 4, we divided by 4. I multiplied by 9, I multiplied by 9. It's the same thing. It's just setting it up a little bit different. So you can choose which way you like, but I'm expecting to see your numbers and labels circled. I'm expecting to see how did you set it up? Did you choose to just go straight to the number, or did you put it in a table? Then this one, you're going to find the unit, then apply it. This one we cross and then divide by the other one. So I'm doing $3.12 times 9, and then we divided it by 4. So our new equation is 4 times M, crisscross. 312 times 9 is 2808. Divide by 4 on both sides, or whatever it is on both sides, and that gives you your answer. Same answer, 2 different ways.